Good morning.
Morning.
It's Elaine's back.
Hey.
Hi, you.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, we missed you.
Thank you.
According to all our Facebook followers, actually, he looks really lonely.
Oh, you did actually. I saw your videos a couple of mornings.
Really lonely.
Looked
Were you
really
here, by the
sad.
way, when you were off?
Yeah, I was around.
Wait,
what do you mean?
Were you in here?
Yes.
I knew it.
Always checking up on
I
you.
could smell you.
Could you?
No, on Tuesday morning, I went looking for a charger cable, and I was like, hang on a minute, I bet you Elaine was here.
Yeah, I was in and out a couple of times.
Yeah. Anyway, weather today, I was just saying to Elaine, 25 degrees again in places
Nice.
today. It's very mild. Well, very, very mild last night, but it's very mild now. It was 19 when I was coming in there a while ago.
Wow.
And it's sunny in most parts right now. We'll see a few patches of outbreaks of light rain or drizzle in some places today, mixed with generally cloud cover and some decent spells of sunshine. But yeah, up to 25 in places again, so not bad.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's not bad, no fairness.
So we're going to check out today's papers in full at about 7:10 on the show, but just a quick look at what's making the front pages there. This story about CIE staff on the front pages today, with the Transport Minister saying there should be a radical scheme to offer share options to CIE employees in order to give them a few bob and make them feel better. That's a quote. Also on the front page of the Examiner, the Liam Miller story. So the GAA is just constantly in trouble now, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's this huge divide now, I think, between people playing GAA and involved at very local level, and what's kind of perceived then as the bosses up there, kind of the GAA.
Level.
Yeah, and huge backlash against the Super 8s. We've had, I suppose, that whole thing about where to play the Kildare-Mayo match. There was all that, and now this Liam Miller story, which is really looking bad for the GAA hierarchy. But they've agreed to meet the organisers of this tribute match for the late Liam Miller about hosting the event in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and a lot of kind of misinformation over the weekend about that, and people saying, oh, it is happening in Páirc Uí Chaoimh now. It's not, at the moment.
Not confirmed yet. The only thing is, you would imagine, because the organisers of this match said that they approached Páirc Uí Chaoimh a long time ago, and they said no or whatever, but you would imagine that in the long run, someone in an office somewhere must have sat down and said, lads, this could look really bad on us. Should we just do it?
Yeah.
So obviously now the backlash is kind of making them think twice.
Yeah, look, I was on holidays. I'm kind of, do you know when you're on holidays, you stay kind of out of a lot of the stories. So don't know the complete nitty gritty about this, but I think the GAA's or Páirc Uí Chaoimh's response is, or their defence is, that that's the rules, and that when you start changing the rules, then you need to kind of go back very far and change the rules so that every time something happens, you don't have to have this big debate about everything.
Yeah, they released a statement Friday. Jerry read it as well on Kerry today, and it essentially said that lads, Congress happens once a year. It happens in February. They're the only times of the year we can change the rules. So even if we wanted to have the match, we actually can't do it. So unless again they're going to change that now.
Really interesting story in the front page of the Irish Times about teachers and the fact that there could be plans to convert people who are primary school teachers into secondary school teachers. You would imagine it's quite a different discipline, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But anyway, teachers, that idea of converting teachers is being explored by the Department of Education. That's to ease the crisis in teacher numbers. Approval, that means there's a lot more primary school teachers than we need. Irish Independent as well then, front page. Interpol using facial recognition technology to track down a convicted sex offender who's the key suspect in the brutal murder of a pensioner in County Limerick last year. I think it was December that happened. The late Rosie Hanrahan, that's in the Independent. And this beach fire in Curracloe Beach in Wexford as well over the weekend, that's in the front page of the Irish Mirror today. They think that a barbecue might have caused it, and it did extensive damage and was beside a mobile park and was very close to a wildlife reserve as well. So thankfully, they got that under control, and that was in Curracloe in County Wexford. That's in the Irish Mirror today.
The top trends in Ireland this morning, they're all sports related actually, and not surprisingly, one of the top trends is David Clifford is trending this morning.
Oh, wow.
After that cracking goal that
Great
he scored.
goal.
Yeah, it was some finish. But not even the finish of the goal, the finish of that match was brilliant yesterday. Kerry were poor. I'm sure most people won't disagree with me there. However, and as a neutral, I can say this as a Cork person, I thought refereeing decisions in that game were horrendous.
Okay.
I have no doubt there'll be Kerry people will agree with that, but I think Monaghan fans probably would agree as well. Maurice Deegan, I think, had a nightmare yesterday. I thought he was brutal.
Can I ask you something about the end of it? I only watched the last 15 minutes of it, okay?
Yeah.
And one of my friends told me I was being harsh in this assessment of it. Kerry hit the ball for about the last minute of the game. Should someone not have taken a shot? Or were they afraid that it would drop short and that Monaghan would get it and counter-attack?
That's exactly it.
I was watching it going, someone shoot, because they were definitely within scoring range there at the very end, weren't they?
Well, James O'Donoghue, I honestly thought he got the ball in the corner.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought he's going to take him in here and put just
did he
pass it over
just
the bar.
drift a bit too far out or something? I think so. I was shouting at the TV. I was like, I understand that they were afraid to give the ball back to Monaghan, but at the same time, I was like, "Oh my God, there's like 30 seconds left in the game." But they didn't maybe know there was only 30 seconds.
I agree with you. I think someone should have just grabbed the game by the balls and just
screaming at the television at the end. Just take a chance. Anyway.
Yeah, I suppose it's probably it. There's the fear element of if I get turned over here, I'm the guy who cost us the All-Ireland.
Yeah, or if I miss.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was a fantastic goal, though.
Yeah, cracking goal, and well done to David Clifford, lads. He was one of Kerry's best players last week, and again the same yesterday. Super 8s is trending then because Galway and Dublin separately are now both through to the All-Ireland semi-finals. It's going to go down to the last day for Kerry. And the Open is trending. Now, I saw none of the golf over the weekend. I was kind of looking at updates on my phone.
No, I didn't watch it either.
Brilliant finish by all accounts. McIlroy was up there, Woods was up there, and Francesco Molinari was sitting in the green room, or sitting in some room in the actual clubhouse, waiting to find out that he won, which he did. So a cracking finish. I think he's the first Italian to win the Open, but a great finish there yesterday.
I wouldn't ever have backed him to win a major.
I think himself and his brother are always worth. Maybe not a major. Maybe you're right. Himself and his brother are always worth a punt for any of the other tournaments.
But for an each way, grand, always up there. But for some reason, I don't know, I wouldn't have put my money on him. But fantastic news for him.
Yeah, brilliant. But by all accounts, the golf that was played was superb. Again, I'm not seeing it. I'm only just kind of reading these reports. But yeah, all sports related in the top trends this morning. One story which isn't in the papers, which you'll probably see appearing online now in the next while or so, if you haven't already, is that apparently at least 9 people, including a child, were shot in Canada last night in Toronto. This happened very late last night, so there's still any kind of news and details about it coming out, but it wasn't in the papers because it happened after they went to print. So just bear in mind, you might see that in the papers this morning. Alright. Show and tell time.
Yeah, okay, right, let me get this.
You've got a picture as well of it.
So I was in Meath on Saturday.
Meath, right.
And in Loughcrew, and I did Tough Mudder.
Oh, did you? Yes, we had a request for people doing this on Saturday. I wasn't sure we were going to do it.
That's the absolute state of me. Sorry, just look at my legs.
Yeah, they're give us a look.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're actually caked in mud.
Caked in mud. So just if any of my friends are watching this, just fast forward the next 30 seconds because you're so sick of me talking about it. There's the last obstacle is to run through electric fences, basically.
Okay.
Dangling from something. And a couple of my friends ran through it and I went, God, that seems really kind of crazy. I wouldn't like to do that. But I was like, they did it though. They're kind of wusses. I'll do it.
Was it terrible?
I got an electric shock on my face that knocked me to the ground.
Oh my God, was it that bad?
I was
traumatized.
Like a pinch or something. No! Traumatized by it.
Okay.
10,000 volts. Andrew, I was not right. I'm fine today. I was not right yesterday still.
What's a cattle electric fence?
A half that, I think.
My God, that's what I was thinking you were getting at.
Imagine that getting held against your face.
Oh no!
It was horrendous. So one of my friends goes,
"No, you
here."
Like, oh my God!
One of my friends goes, "Now you know what it's like to get tasered." Kind of like 100th of getting tasered. Getting tasered must be the most horrendous thing ever.
We're going to miss the start of the show. We'll just have to go straight to news.
God,
Yeah, we'll go straight to news. That's fine. Yeah,
sorry, because I'm talking about.
No, I just realised.
Apart from that, I had a brilliant time. If anyone did Tough Mudder, I'd love to know what you thought of it. Would do it again, but would not do that obstacle, obviously.
When you said electric shock, I was thinking like that, like a small little pinch. That sounds crazy to me.
No, like knocked me to the ground, and it nearly ruined it for me. I was so upset.
That actually
sounds
awful.
And then when I got up, by the way, when I eventually got up, all the people along the finish line were all laughing. Like, I'd say it looked hilarious. If I thought it happened to somebody else, I probably would have thought it was gas. Like,
if it physically knocked you to the ground, that's not a good sign, in fairness.
That's my show and tell.
I'll show you mine there now.
Covered in shite, basically.
It sounds like you had the perfect weekend then.
I did.
I'm just going to turn on
rolling around muck. No, it was great. It went great apart from that. So we'd love to know if you were there and what you thought of it.
I'm going to show you my show and tell, which is that.
Aww.
Myself and the missus.
So I show one of me on my own, covered in crap. And you show you and your beautiful girlfriend dolled up.
I show you then one of me and my girlfriend and me looking like crap next to her.
How different our lives are, Andrew.
No, it was Friday, Saturday. I was at the wedding of Kieran and Deirdre. We were the church was in St Brendan's in Curraheen. Lovely church, tiny church, but a lovely place.
Church.
Met Father Francis Nolan from Just a Thought.
Lovely. Morning, Father Francis.
Very nice man. We kind of chatted about hurling and me being from Cork, which seemed to be kind of the centre of the conversation. Lovely man. So yeah, that was on Saturday, and then we went to the Ballyroe Heights Hotel for the reception, and we had a lovely night, lovely day and a lovely night. So good morning to Deirdre and Kieran, who I'm sure probably aren't watching. And if you are watching, then you're just sad. Go back to bed. But yeah, great weekend. And then yesterday, of course, it was me. I had a date with the couch and a bag
Of
of 5 custard donuts.
5 custard donuts.
I opened it and
that
I
not
couldn't.
about. What would a donut be? About 200 calories more.
I don't know. I don't calorie count, but I did eat all 5 of them anyway. So.
You have all the signs of it.
Do you know what happened? I went to Tesco and the bag was still warm, and I was like, "Oh, they've just been put out." So of course,
custard.
Yeah, they were custard.
So just sugar on the outside, custard
powdered
in the
sugar,
middle.
custard in the middle. Yeah. My God.
Woo! Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah,
I'd
it's good.
love it.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
eat one though.
I did fall asleep watching the Galway Kildare game though. I woke up and it was over.
I heard my. We stayed in the mobile last night, and I was down the room, and I heard my brother, who's not into sport at all,
Yes.
like not into sport, explaining who was playing on the Sunday game to my daughter, and I kept saying Kilkenny. Now that's Kilkenny in white, and Galway. They're playing
Oh, he saw the
Galway.
KIL, all
yeah,
right.
so I going. I thought Galway and Kilkenny played it. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I was like, Kilkenny are wearing white. Why were they wearing an away jersey? Went up anyway. It was Kildare.
Nice way. Hey, look, he tried.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried.
Right, we better get cracking this because the show is technically after starting. The news is on. So listen, have a brilliant day. Enjoy. Let us know what you did for the weekend on your section here, and if you have, or on the comment section, and if you have a show and tell for us, absolutely pass it on to us this morning. Right? But
Show
welcome
us.
back.
Tell us.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back. Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Are you?
Kind of.
Sad. Weirdo.
Missed ya.
Did you?
Yeah.